All right, let's jump right in. Every single year, universities have this huge task on their hands. They've got to sift through a literal mountain of applications to pick out the right students. It's a super high-stakes game for everyone, right? But the scale, the sheer volume of it all, that's where the real challenge is. So just how big of a problem are we actually talking about here?
Take a look at this number, over 5,000. That's how many applications just one school might have to deal with for a single round of admissions. Can you imagine being the person who has to read every single essay, listen to every audio clip, and try to make fair, consistent decisions? It's a logistical nightmare for sure.
And this massive volume is what we're calling the application overload. It's not just about staff being busy, it actually creates some really deep systemic problems with the way admissions has always been done.
What you're seeing here is really a domino effect. It starts with the teaching staff just being completely overwhelmed. That naturally leads to inconsistent standards, right? What one reviewer thinks is brilliant, another might just toss aside. Then the whole thing drags on forever. We're talking months. And at the end of the day, when a student gets rejected, the reason is often some vague thing like it wasn't a good fit. Why? Because there's no real data to back anything up.
So you're faced with this overload. What do? Well, this is where technology can step in. Let's take a look at a new approach, an AI-powered solution that's designed specifically to tackle these exact problems. It's called SEAT. So SEAT stands for Student Evaluation and Assessment Tool, and it's built to do pretty much what it says on the tin. It's a platform that uses artificial intelligence to systematically analyze applications, rank them based on quality, and this part is absolutely crucial, provide a clear reason, a justification for its recommendations. It's a modern tool for a very modern problem.
But how does an AI actually do all that? It's one thing to say the AI does it, but what's really going on under the hood? Let's break down the actual steps.
The whole process is actually pretty straightforward, which is what makes it so brilliant. First up, the system ingests everything. It basically just swallows up all the applications, whether they're written essays or, spoken audio files. Then it gets down to business. It analyzes every single submission. And the key here is that it's not just making it up as it goes. It's measuring them against a carefully designed rubric. From there, it ranks everybody and spits out a shortlist of the top candidates. But, and this is the cool part, it doesn't just stop there. For every single choice it makes, it has to justify it with cold, hard data. And finally, it creates a super simple report for the teachers, so they have everything they need to make that final call.
And that fourth step, the justify part, that's where the biggest change really happens. This is all about shifting the entire process away from gut feelings and opinions and moving it toward objective, defensible evidence.
This right here? This is the old way. Think about it. What does "we liked their essay" actually mean? It's totally vague, it's subjective, and it's impossible to defend or do again consistently. It just leaves students and parents completely in the dark and frankly opens the door to all kinds of inconsistency and bias.
Now let's compare that to an evidence-based outcome. Here, every single decision is backed by objective, measurable data. It's not about a feeling anymore. It's about a clear score based on criteria that were decided ahead of time. That simple move from feeling to fact completely changes the game.
And this is a perfect illustration of the new way. Instead of "we liked it," the system says, okay, student A scored a 92 out of 100. And here's exactly why. A 9 for relevance, an 8 for originality, a 9 for critical thinking, and a perfect 10 for grammar and clarity. All of a sudden, the decision is transparent, it's fair, and it's easy for anyone to understand. No more guessing games.
So, what's the secret sauce behind this kind of scoring? It's all about the rubric. A rubric is basically just the rule book, the framework that tells the AI what to look for and how to score it. The school gets to decide what really matters, things like originality or critical thinking, and then the AI just applies that same framework consistently to every single application without getting tired or bored. This is where the human expertise is still so important, because the AI is only as good as the rubric you give it. It's the bedrock of fairness in this whole system.
And when you put it side by side like this, the difference is just night and day. We're going from subjective to objective, from inconsistent to consistent. A process that was slow and ate up tons of resources is now fast and efficient. And that fuzzy, opaque rationale, that whole "we just liked it" thing, gets replaced by a transparent justification that anyone can look at and understand.
So when you add all these improvements up, you're not just looking at a better, faster process. You're really looking at a glimpse into the future of what admissions could be. The impact goes way beyond just saving time.
So the big picture impact here is pretty transformative. You've got evaluation time cut from weeks down to a matter of days. You get consistent assessment that helps reduce human bias. Decisions become way more transparent for everyone involved, students, parents, and staff. And maybe best of all, this frees up the teachers to do what they're best at. They can stop drowning in essays and start focusing their valuable time and energy on interviewing the most promising, pre-vetted candidates.
And look, this isn't just some theory or a concept for the future. This very system is already being used in 12 different schools. It's a real practical solution that's out there delivering these results right now, which proves that this whole AI-driven approach can actually work at scale.
So as we wrap this up, it really leaves us with a big, important question, doesn't it? As tools like this make the whole admissions game more efficient, more data-driven, well, the challenge for all of us is finding that sweet spot, that perfect balance. How do we make sure this incredibly powerful tech is a tool that enhances human judgment? Letting the educators make those final, nuanced calls, instead of just replacing it completely. That, right there, is the conversation we all need to be having as we move forward.